Right, Eric? That's what you were going to say?
Oh my god.
That's exactly what Eric was going to say.
Can I have some powder or something? Do you have some powder?
No.
You look fine.
Well, as we age, like we produce less.
Oh my god, somebody punched him in the face.
Less oil.
Hi, my name is Eric. I am a nurse practitioner at Pineapple Healthcare. Today I would like to bring some of my friends over so we can talk about new changing landscape of HIV medicine, how to prevent and treat heart disease in particular. These are my friends. We have Daniel and Andres. And unlike myself, right, we're very different, the three of us. So I'm a healthcare provider. I'm HIV negative.
I'm Daniel. I'm a case manager. I'm living with HIV.
And I am Andres. I'm the Director of Community Relations here, and I am also living with HIV.
And these friends in particular are very unique friends because both your treatments are very different from each other. Yes. So would you like to describe your treatments that you use?
Sure. So I am currently doing a bi-monthly, every
2 months,
injection. And it has been life-changing because it has completely freed me from having to take a daily medication. I was not the best with adherence, just being honest. So this really took away that barrier to care.
That's awesome. Yeah, and that's what some of these treatments are for. But we're going to put a pin in that because we're going to circle back to daily pill taking. And then Danielle, tell us about daily pill taking, huh?
Well, I am taking a nightly pill. It's Dovato. And I'm very adherent to my treatment, so I do take it daily. I do not forget, and yeah, I'm pretty okay with it.
Awesome. So healthcare providers have always known that people with HIV have had higher risk for heart disease, and for good reason. We now know this. People with HIV are living longer and longer lives, and so through our observations, we've known that there's greater cardiac events. Recently, through the New England Journal of Medicine and the International AIDS, I think it's AIDS Society, Society, that was presented in Brisbane, Australia last year. One of the studies that was presented identified that in the use of pitavastatin, which is a daily statin, as it says in the back of the name, is a cholesterol-lowering medication, we can reduce cardiovascular events in people with HIV by 35%. Meaning you don't have to have a cardiovascular event just because you're HIV positive. And while this sounds wonderful, this means something different to different people, right? For me as a healthcare provider, I think, no brainer, great, let me give this to all my patients. I want all my patients to live longer. But for Daniel, who's like, yay, I'm good with pills every day, he might think differently. He might actually say, another pill? And then Andres, who's like, oh, I was always horrible at taking pills. This is why I get a shot every 2 months. Why would I take a pill? So I'm actually curious to know your genuine thoughts. I think Mr. Pill every day would be great. Tell me your thoughts, because you do take pitavastatin now.
I do take it with my treatment, Dovato, at the same time every night. And I have found within the years that it really helps me to put my 7-day pill on my counter before bed, so I take it nightly, and yeah, I'm okay. It's good.
Liar. Daniel, you are a liar. Oh my god. Okay, come on. Tell everyone the truth. What adventures did you have with pitavastatin? We want to know.
Okay, yes. The first time I was prescribed a stronger dose.
What dose were you prescribed when you initially started?
4 milligrams.
Okay.
Of pitavastatin,
and just to be clear, for everyone that doesn't know, pitavastatin was the one that was studied initially. There are other medications like atorvastatin that can be used in its place. But pitavastatin comes in 3 dosages. As Daniel and I have bet, I lost. I owed him chocolate on this one.
Organic.
And so pitavastatin comes in 3 doses. That is
1 milligram, 2 milligrams, and 4 milligrams.
4 milligrams. Yep. So you started at 4.
I started at 4 milligrams. It didn't work out for me because I was having my heart race a lot at nighttime, and I couldn't fall asleep. So I switched to a 1 milligram now, and I'm doing fantastic. I don't have any night problems or anything.
I feel like you skipped a piece. So because from 4, you went down to 2.
No, 1.
No, you went down to 2 first. Yeah, and then when you were at 2, did you have any symptoms at 2? Did you have any side effects or anything going on with that?
I didn't went to 2 actually. actually.
No, I thought you did for
just
some
went
reason.
for one.
So I'm completely wrong
Yeah.
now. Perfect. So, but 1 milligram is definitely working for you.
It's really good, yeah, because my cholesterol is not that high. It's not that crazy. I do exercise daily. I eat healthy, and I'm very cautious about my diet and my exercise and my sleep. So I thought 1 milligram would be okay, and my provider agreed.
So a key point that Daniel brings up is actually one that was unintentional. When the study was conducted, all of the patients that were in the study, which was about 7,700, and it's called the Reprieve study, they were of low to moderate risk for cardiovascular events. So these are people that didn't have much of a risk, but just solely because of their HIV positive status, it had that additional layer of risk. So, and Daniel is an identical patient to the patients that we saw in the Reprieve study, in that he doesn't have a lot of risk. He's fit, he works out, he eats well. As you can tell, his favorite chocolate is organic. That should tell you something. And so in this particular case, we definitely see that he's trying to hedge his bets and take advantage of what we now know, and by reducing his risk by using 1 milligram. But we definitely saw that 4 milligrams was not fit for him.
Not good.
But you used your words, you communicated with your healthcare provider, told your healthcare provider, you're crazy, 4 milligrams is too much, and adjusted accordingly.
And the good thing is that it will not interact with my Dovato, my ART, which is an antiretroviral for the HIV. So it's perfect to take it together.
I think because you're on Dovato, though, that atorvastatin would have been a good substitute anyway. God forbid you needed an alternate option.
Correct, yes.
Yeah. Andres, your turn, man. Tell us about your injections and having to now add a pill. Well, you don't have to, right?
Yeah.
Because that is a choice, right?
No, I don't have to, but listening to this conversation, I feel like I might want to be doing that, because...
Wait a second. Are you telling me that you have not started pitavastatin? Is that what's happened
I
here?
have not started pitavastatin.
Oh my gosh.
And as you can tell by comparing me to Daniel, I do not work out every day. And my favorite chocolate is anything that has chocolate. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Or flavor chocolate.
I feel like our risk profiles are drastically different.
Completely different. You're
Oh.
talking to someone that so with everything, with my health, right? And it also comes with my mental health.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never consistent, right? And I've started new mental health treatment that has helped me even out. But before I started doing that, it was very much like I was either on top of the world and I was adherent and I was working out and I was doing everything, or I would go through like one of my down periods where I just wasn't taking care of my health,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so now I'm more in a steady place because of my mental health medication. And so adding a daily pill that could help me prevent
Cardiovascular.
issues, it seems like something that would benefit me, that I would be more willing to try now than if you had spoken to me, you know.
So let's pump the brakes for 1 second, because this is the guy who definitely loves his injection every 2 months. This is why he chose his treatment. So tell me what makes it, what appeals to you? What is it, the piece that appeals to you? Is it the, okay, well, I definitely see that there's a harm reduction. I want that harm reduction for myself, so I will try my treatment. I will try the treatment to try to make sure that I reduce my risk for cardiovascular events. Or are you telling me that, you know, I don't know, Eric, I don't know if I can add a pill. My normal consistency is inconsistent.
It is like I am afraid to start a daily pill. I really am, because I was never good with them. Like I've always have been undetectable by the grace of God, and the fact that the medication that I was on, Biktarvy, has a really good, I want to say, half-life, right? But so it led me to a place where even when I would miss doses, I was still undetectable. But that's not the way that it's supposed to be taken. You know, like ideally you're not missing doses.
Right.
With daily pills,
So this would be a daily pill that would be for prevention instead of treatment, right? So that's kind of a different paradigm, where you might feel like, oh, well, I can skip it today.
yeah,
Or maybe not. Maybe it's something that you'd be very serious about, where you'd be like, oh, no, I definitely want to take it every day.
what it really comes down to is just the fact that whenever I take daily medications, it's not so much that I'm like, oh, I want to skip it because there's side effects or because there's this.
Okay.
It's literally just a matter of the kind of person that I am. Even if I set an alarm, like I will snooze it and forget.
Oh,
It's
okay.
one of those issues, you know. And I've tried the counter medication,
The pill holder,
the
yeah.
pill holder, and it just never worked for me. You know, I'm just being honest. That's why with my mental health medication and with my HIV medication, I'm on injectables, and it has been life changing. I experienced it with my mental health medications, where whenever they would prescribe a pill for me, it never worked because I was never adherent to it.
Oh,
All right.
that's great.
Yeah, I mean, in this, unfortunately, we don't have a long-acting injectable option, and maybe this was something for anyone who's watching that in pharmaceuticals, there's an option and opportunity here, but yeah. So the reduction of cardiovascular disease is something that would interest you, even if it was a pill, even with inconsistency, it would be something that you feel that would be interesting or benefit you in that way.
Yeah, because even if I miss a dose a week or something like that, like I would still be getting some benefits from it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then the other part is, you know, I don't have heart disease in my family, thank God.
Okay.
But as a huskier gentleman, I do have to worry about, you know, heart disease.
So it's okay if I hear you correctly. Hear me out. I'm hearing you say it's definitely okay to have heart disease down the line because I eat cheeseburgers, but not okay because I'm HIV positive.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, like I can change my diet. I actually have, thanks to you, Eric, and the nutritional advice you've given me. So I'm not eating the way that I used to. So I've made changes there. I just started going to a personal trainer.
Wow, congrats.
So
awesome.
I'm making positive changes, but knowing that my HIV status is enough for me to have a higher risk,
Yeah.
that's something that if I can mitigate it, I will. You know, I came into treatment in 2013, and back then we used a tripla.
Oh, okay.
And you know it had some really serious side effects, and there was a lot of resentment on my part where I felt like just because I'm HIV positive, now I have to have problems with my kidneys. Now I have to have problems with this or higher risk for that. And so anytime that we can mitigate that, I'm on board.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, Daniel?
No, I'm very happy about your story that injectables are working very good for you and you seem to be doing great. So that's great. And I don't know, I'm also very happy with my treatments. I do take them daily, so I'm pretty okay. I'm pretty happy with where I am at. Thank you to you too.
Aw. Well, so as you can see, there is a silver lining. While we may want to add another pill to our regimen, we can definitely reduce the risk for cardiovascular events by 35%, as we saw in the Reprieve study. There are patients today like Andres and Daniel that are taking advantage of this newfound science and the benefits that they offer us. If you have any questions, like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Y yo defendiéndolo.
3, 2, 1. Hi, my name is Eric Suarez. I'm a nurse practitioner at Pineapple Healthcare. One of the things that I have with my friends here today, Daniel and Andres, is that we're going to talk about new and changing topics in HIV. Do you think it got picked up on the audio? The ringing? Hi, my name is Eric.
Can I,
Sí, hablen lo más o menos. Hablen los tres.
can I have the questions first? Like, no one told me anything.
That's the idea, is that you don't know what the questions are.
It's gonna be a
We
conversation,
want
so
your
don't-
genuine opinion.
Can I take my shoes off?
Sure, you can.
Después que no apeste.
Adele.
I went to the gym, so I don't know.